You're listening to Stream, the podcast that tells you what's streaming on platform for subscription, rent, or buy. I'm going to talk about a TV episode that's coming out on March the 9th. The second season of Riviera. And it's got 9 episodes on AMC Plus, 10 episodes on Sundance Now, and 10 episodes on DirecTV. Or you can get the whole second season on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, Fandango Now, and Vudu. Now we'll talk about one movie that came out streaming on March the 9th called Adverse. It's got no tomato meter rating with an 86% audience score. Struggling to make ends meet, rideshare driver Ethan learns his sister Mia is deep in debt to a sleazy drug dealer. When Mia goes missing, Ethan discovers that crime boss Caden is behind the act, and to get close to him, Ethan takes a job as Caden's driver. One by one, Ethan hunts down members of Caden's crew to wreak bloody vengeance as he prepares to confront Caden himself. It's rated R for strong bloody violence, brief nudity, language throughout, drug content. It's a crime, mystery, and thriller, drama, action. Directed by Brian A. Metcalf, produced by Kelly Arjun, Brian A. Metcalf, and Thomas Ian Nichols. Written by Brian A. Metcalf. It's 1 hour and 34 minutes long by Red Compass Media, Black Jelly Beans, and Potato Eater Productions. Some of the cast and crew: Andrew Keegan as Jan, Mickey Rourke as Caden, Penelope Ann Miller as Nicole, Sean Astin as Frankie, Lou Diamond Phillips as Dr. Cruz, and Thomas Nicholas as Ethan. And this one is available for rent on DirecTV and FlixFling, or you can rent or buy it on Redbox, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, and Microsoft Store. Alright, now we'll move on to the movies that are streaming on March the 12th. The first one's called Dark Web Cicadia 3301. No tomato meter rating with a 57% audience score. This intense, high-speed cyber thriller is based on a series of mysterious, unsolved real-life events. It starts as a genius hacker, Connor discovers Cicada 3301, an online treasure hunt that could be a recruiting tool for a secret society. Soon, Connor, an art expert friend Avi, and secretive librarian Gwen are dashing from graffiti sites to ancient libraries to uncover real-world clues. But they must outrun aggressive NSA agents, also hot on the trail of Cicada, who want the glory for themselves. It's a mystery and thriller, comedy, action. Directed by Alan Richson. Produced by Mark Bach, Carl Bayer, Alan Richson, and D.J. Viola. Written by Alan Richson. By Alley Cat Entertainment. Some of the cast and crew: Chris Holden Reed as Philip Dubois, Connor Leslie as Gwen, Ava Blackwell as Greek female hologram, Alan Richardson as Agent Carver, Ron Funks as Avi, and Jack Kessie as Connor Black. And this one is available for rent on FlixFling, or you can rent or buy it from Redbox, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Trust. No tomato meter with a 67% audience score. In New York City, art gallery owner Brooke and her husband Owen seem to have it all. When Brooke signs a new artist, a devastatingly handsome painter with an affinity for married women, the attraction between them is unmistakable. Left alone at home as Brooke and her artist travel to Paris, Owen finds comfort at a bar with a seductive and beautiful journalist. On once unshakable footing, Brooke and Owen's trust begins to dissolve as they unwittingly push the other toward the very thing they fear most. It is a drama directed by Brian Nicobelis, produced by Stephen Klinsky, and Brian DeCabelis and Tom Guida. Written by Kristen Lazarian, K.S. Bruce, and Brian DeCabelis. It's 1 hour and 34 minutes long by DeCabelis Films and Untraveled Worlds. Some of the cast and crew: Lindsay Broad, and then Ronnie Ching as Adam, Lucien Laviscount as Ansgar, Catherine McNamara as Amy, Matthew Daddario as Owen Shore, and Victoria Justice as Brooke Gatwick. And this one is streaming on the Roku channel, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. And you can also buy it on Apple iTunes. Cosmic Sin, 5% on Tomato Meter, 88% on Audience Score. Now this is a new epic sci-fi adventure set in the year 2524, 400 years after humans started colonizing the outer planets. Retired military general James Ford is called back into service after soldiers on a remote planet are attacked by a hostile alien fleet. The threat against the human race escalates into an inevitable interstellar war. General Ford teamed up with a General Aaron Ryle and a team of elite soldiers in a race to stop the imminent attack before it is too late. It's rated R for language, violence, some sexual references. It's an action, sci-fi, mystery, and thriller. Directed by Edward Drake. Produced by Corey Large. Written by Edward Drake and Corey Large. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes long by Buffalo 8 Productions, 308 Entertainment, and Bondit Media Capital. Some of the cast and crew: Lachlan Monroe as Alex Locke, C.J. Perry as Saul Cantos, Corey Large as Dash, Brandon Thomas Lee as Braxton Ryle, Frank Grillo as General Aaron Ryle, and Bruce Willis as James Ford. And this one is for rent or buy on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. Cherry, 38% on Tomato Meter, 76% on the Audience Score. This movie follows the wild journey of a disenfranchised young man from Ohio who meets the love of his life, only to risk losing her through a series of bad decisions and challenging life circumstances. The title role is an unhinged character who drifts from dropping out of college to serving in Iraq as an army medic and is only anchored by his one true love, Emily. When Cherry returns home a war hero, he battles the demons of undiagnosed PTSD and spirals into drug addiction, surrounding himself with a menagerie of depraved misfits. Draining his finances, Cherry turns to bank robbing to fund his addiction, shattering his relationship with Emily along the way. This movie is rated R for sexual content, disturbing and violent images, pervasive language, and graphic drug abuse. It's a drama, directed by Anthony Russo and Joe Russo, produced by Jake Ost, Chris Castaldi, Jonathan Gray, Mike LaRocca, John Parker, and Matthew Rhodes, written by Angela Russo Ottstott and Jessica Goldberg. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes long by The Hideaway Entertainment, AGBO, and Casbah Films. Some of the cast and crew: Forrest Goodluck, Jeff Wahlberg, Michael Rispoli, Jack Rader, Ciara Bravo as Emily, and Tom Holland as Cherry. And this one is streaming on Apple TV Plus. Alright, now the last one. 41% on Tomato Meter, 65% on Audience Score. It is called Yes Day. Always feeling like they have to say no to their kids and coworkers, Allison and Carlos decide to give their 3 kids a yes day, where for 24 hours the kids make the rules. Little did they know that they'd be going on a whirlwind adventure around Los Angeles that would bring the family closer to each other than ever before. It's rated PG for brief language, rude and suggestive material. It's a comedy, directed by Miguel Arteta, produced by Ben Everard, Jennifer Gardner, Lawrence Gray, Nicole King, and Daniel Rappaport. Written by Justin Malin. It's 1 hour, 29 minutes long, by Entertainment 360 and Gray Matters Productions. Some of the cast and crew: Fortune Feimster as Jean, Everly Carganella as Ellie Torres, Julian Lerner as Nando Torres, Jenna Ortega as Katie Torres, Edgar Ramirez as Carlos Torres, and Jennifer Garner as Allison Torres. And this one is streaming on Netflix. Alright, well that is it for the week of March the 12th. Have fun watching the movies.
This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.